What's going on, everybody? David here. I wanted to show you guys a comparison. I have two tripods here. They're both table tripods. The Manfroto tripod I just picked up about a week ago, and I have this old tripod that I use. It's a Fotodiox, I think is what it's called. And I just want to show you the differences and the reason why I like one over the other. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So I have this right here is the Fotodiox tripod. And this is the Manfroto tripod. And you can see, I mean, they both hold about the same weight, but you can see here I have, this is a 70-200 lens, and this is a full DSLR camera, and this one is just a mirrorless camera, smaller camera, and that's the setup that I have. But you can see, I mean, it's sturdy, so that's a good thing about this tripod is it's sturdy. It can hold weight when it comes to your DSLR cameras and things like that. Now this one holds the same amount of weight. I've had this same setup here on this tripod as well. But let's look at some of the things that I really like about the tripod and the things that I don't. So as far as the Manfroto is concerned, I like that it carries a heavy weight. They both carry about the same amount of weight. One thing that I don't like is, if you can see up close, and I've only had this a week, and this is some type of plastic, but it picks up scrapes and scratches really easily, and so it just makes it look not very appealing just because of that. It just looks all worn. This tripod, I've had this for a couple of years, and sure, it's going to have some nicks on it. I've had it for a while, but for the most part, it doesn't look that bad. And the color helps. This is black. This does come in black as well, but I chose to get the one that's white. So it is, you can see noticeably there's some wear and tear on there. Now, when you look at the mechanism that lets the ball head move, and they both have ball heads. So you have ball heads on both tripods. But this mechanism is pretty neat, and I thought I would like it more than what I actually do, because all you need to do, let me turn this around, is press the lever and it will release. So you see, I press the lever. I don't want to mess my camera up here. I'm only doing this one-handed, but you press the lever and it releases, so it will move around. It's nice, but you still need to use two hands, and I think ideally it would be great if you only needed to use one hand to kind of move it around to where you want to have it set up. But the only problem is it doesn't work that way. You're still going to need to use two hands. So this method here is just a little knob, so you have to turn the knob, and then you can move the camera around. You definitely need to use two hands for this. The big deal breaker with this tripod is that you can't set this up in a portrait mode. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the ball head, you don't have a little notch. Usually they'll have a notch cut out, and I'll show you on the other one, on the other tripod, but usually they have a notch cut out, so you can turn this completely sideways and do a portrait shot. Now, that's a deal breaker for me, because sometimes I want to switch it sideways. So if I have this tripod and I'm out, and for whatever reason I want to turn it to a portrait mode, I'm shooting some landscape and I want to turn to kind of a portrait so I can get the whole view. And let's say a good example is where I am now in Paris, Eiffel Tower. So let's say I'm close to the Eiffel Tower and I want to turn this to a portrait setup so I can get a nice view of a nice full picture of the Eiffel Tower. I can't do that with this tripod. It will not allow me to do that. And I don't know why they didn't make it this way. It seems pretty simple to me just to put a notch in here. And let me show you what I mean here. So you see this ball head here. You see the notch cut out here. So that notch cut out will allow me to just flip my camera. I want to break it now. Flip my camera sideways, just like that. So now I have a setup where I can shoot portrait, and this is shooting portrait where it's just straight up and down. So you don't have that with the Manfroto. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know why they didn't design it that way, but they just, for whatever reason, thought that that wasn't necessary. So that's my big gripe and pretty much my deal breaker, because who wants to bring a tripod out if you don't have all the features that a normal tripod would have? And so that's my big deal breaker. Other than that, if you're not interested in shooting in landscape or in portrait mode, then you're fine with just going with this. But this is light. This is probably, yeah, this is lighter than this tripod here, but not by much. And it's a little bulkier. This one I could slip in my pocket easily. This one you could put in your pocket, but it's a little more it's a little more noticeable. So that's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to kind of go over the two different tripods. I always take a table tripod everywhere I go. There's some situations where you'll go into different buildings and they won't allow you to use like a traditional tripod that sticks on the ground. So having the little table tripods work really well in those situations, and it's always just nice to have a tripod. And I hate lugging around a big tripod, so I'll always have one of those. And if I'm in a situation where I think I really need to have the traditional tripod, then I'll take that as well. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Please don't forget to leave a like if you like the video, and please, that's all. Subscribe too, that would be great. All right, talk to you later. Bye.